Why, hi there, it's me, it's Uncle Ron. How are you? I wish you a wonderful Thursday night, or Friday, or whenever you watch this. I'm here to thank you, all of you, for making Retro Sports Network now a 1,000 subscriber channel. Happened last night, Wednesday night, and no, Dave Gardner didn't back out to put me back at $9.99, and in fact, as I say here tonight, it is at 1,001. It took me just about 3 years of really doing this channel to do this. Retro Sports Network actually was something I had started back in 2016, then got the job covering the Washington Nationals and put it away for 18 months. But after my time was done with Fansided, with the Nationals, and some time working covering the Washington Capitals on the National Hockey League, I dedicated myself to this, and the first video that I did on the rebirth of the channel was a 3/4 grade version of the 1978 NFL opener between the New York Giants and Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And from there, we have done 2 NFL replays, countless hockey videos. We're about to finish our 3rd Major League Baseball replay with a World Series coming up very, very soon between the New York Yankees and, not sure, between the Brooklyn Dodgers and St. Louis Cardinals for 1949. About to embark in our 3rd National Football League simulation. Along the way, we've done almost 100 digitalized podcasts with my buddy Dave Gardner. And of course, all of you who watched over 73,000 last year during COVID when we went with you almost daily for baseball as we did the 1978 season and postseason and World Series. So this is a labor of love, and 1,000 subscribers for playing games in retro seasons is pretty remarkable, considering that there just is pretty much very much a niche thing to do anyway. What do you do? Well, I stream old football, baseball, basketball, hockey games, and I've also done bowling, boxing, tennis, golf, horse racing, anyway, and a litany of Olympic events. It's all fun. It's so much fun to do, and I'm glad that most of you seem to like what I do. It's not necessarily the most artistic presentations on the planet or the best graphic representations on the planet. We haven't splatted anybody for a while, but it is, what we say it is. It is retro sports, and we play what I hope has been a decent selection of games from the past. And as the channel opening says, it's home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. And we hope to continue, or I hope to continue to do that. 1,000 subs means that you can make some money off of YouTube. We're not going to make that much money off of YouTube, but I will be doing the paperwork for that soon, so I can get that $5 to $7 a year, because they sell ad space, and maybe people buy ads on the channel and watch. But again, it's not just about the money. It's all about the companionship and the camaraderie, and the fact that projects that most of us play and might show on some message board somewhere is actually there for you to see. And so 1,000 subscribers in the grand scheme of things isn't a lot. You don't get a badge from YouTube until you get to 10,000, and I eagerly await our Red Sox getting that. And of course, you get a big old shiny plaque for 1 million, but let's face it, 1 million people aren't even playing these games, let alone watching those of us try to call it from our apartments. So 1,000 is a big deal, and I know that maybe 3 years to do it is pretty slow for some things. It's not like I'm doing cooking channels or giving advice or anything like that. It's pretty much just all sports all the time, with whatever my imagination can come up with, and I'm delighted that a lot of you have come along for the ride. There are some people I would specifically like to thank. First of all, ID Jester and Tabletop Sports Delaware, Chris, or Tabletop or Strat Delaware. They are the ones that helped promote the channel early on. Did some stuff with ID. We did Dungeons & Dragons together. That was a heck of a lot of fun. And so if you're not subscribing to those channels, that you should, Al Red Sox fan, of course, because it was Al who really got me into doing this and encouraged me to go live and not do these on tape on my own channel. He watched a recreation of the 1958 NFL championship between the Baltimore Colts and the New York Giants that I did on my own name channel, which has kind of died over the last 3 years because I've spent all of my effort doing this. So it was Al that encouraged me to do this and that people would watch him. By God, he was right. In fact, over 1,000 people have watched that game that I did. God knows what I used for software. I even wore my glasses on camera that night, a mistake I haven't made since because it reflects off everything. So Al is a big part of my success over the years. He has been a good friend, a good companion, and a good person to bounce advice off of and back and forth. And he is the king and guru of simulated boxing. And his buddy Anthony Crooks from Glory Days Boxing, I mean, that's quite the combination there. And so a hearty thank you to you, Al, for all that you've done for me over the last 3 years. And besides my beautiful wife, Sarah, who you see on the channel once in a while as the reluctant person, like, oh, what have I got to do for you now? My buddy and creative partner, Dave Gardner, who was originally just someone who watched the channel and started to interact on the channel and wanted a Pro Bowl game, which we actually never did. And so we hooked up for a couple things. And 2 years ago, in about a week, he wanted to do a podcast called Digital to Dice. And lo and behold, we tape episode 96 on Friday as we get set for a third year. And Dave and I are very good friends and talk almost on a daily basis. And it's his encouragement and ball busting, if you will, that gets me through some of the tougher times. But it's always good to have a partner, and Dave is all that and a bag of chips. So thank you so much, buddy. It is greatly appreciated. And of course, all of you who watch, whether it's for 30 seconds or who will take an hour out and watch something that we did, I hope that you enjoy it. I hope it's something that brings that you like and have a good time doing. And guess what? We're going to keep doing it. We're doing a football season this year, and we will do baseball season number 4 come December. So thanks to you for making this channel what it is, because without you, it's just zeros and ones on YouTube. I'm Ron Juckett. Thank you so much for watching. Dale, we miss you, and hope that you're watching from wherever you are in the great beyond. Thank you so much for 1,000 subs. It is a big deal. Good night.